So Daisy's just gone through his footy trip team. He's gone through every club and who he's taking one player from every club on his footy trip, and then he said they're going to Bendigo. We've had about 10 players ring saying, I don't want any part of it.
Essendon, the happiest team in all of that.
But, Essendon actually didn't get a player, but we had a very interested man who was listening to the team to see if he would be included. This is, of course, an old mate of yours, Days, and he rings us now. The great Heath Shaw, the Heater, is on the line. Heater.
Hey, boys, how are we?
Did you hear that team?
No, I didn't, but I heard about it. Question marks everywhere.
Where do we find you right now, Heath? Where are you located? You've just retired. Where are you taking this call from?
Mate, I haven't retired. If people don't understand, I haven't retired.
You should.
I got delisted. I thought, in my farewell tour of my last year, I've never been dropped in my life, and I've never been delisted. So I thought I want to try something different. So I said I'm not retiring. So Leon's like, mate, we're not going to give you a contract. We're delisting you. I'm like, oh, that's fine, mate. I just need to have that feeling. I've never had that feeling before. So take it on the chin and move on. So all good. But no, I'm in Sydney. Unfortunately for you guys, you can't do what I'm doing. I'm standing out at the front of the pub and just having some lunch with some mates in there. So. It's not a bad day. It's only 25 degrees, sunny, not a cloud in the sky.
Come on, Heater, don't do that.
Well done. What are you going to do with yourself right now, Heater? Is there any chance of keeping this football dream alive, or are you just going to start smashing dim sims like I do and just start getting nice and soft around the midriff?
Nice and fat.
I was nice and soft around the edges while I was playing, mate, so that doesn't that's not going to change. Football-wise, to be honest, when I was a little bit serious for a minute, when I said to the club that I wanted to keep playing, it was because I wanted to keep playing for the Giants. And obviously they thought that was a bad idea, so they said no. And so my thoughts of honestly playing for another club, I'd find it a bit weird. So maybe the AFL footballing dream's over, but I'm sure there's a few local clubs that wouldn't mind a nuggety or a little bit soft around the edges back pocket to help them kick out from fullback and maybe draw a crowd as well.
Now, Heater, Daisy's picked a team to go on an end-of-season footy trip, and he's taking the bus to Bendigo. Do you want to be a part of this trip?
I've been on a bus to Bendigo with Daisy. It wasn't that fun, mate. So I'm not sure I'd want to go there, but I might take a rival team. We just might go straight to Vegas instead.
Are you surprised about Daisy's football? He's the only player, he tells us, to play 100 games for Collingwood and Carlton. And what was he like on these trips? Because there's some fair dinkum good drinkers there, but I'm not sure about our man Daisy.
Oh, no, he's pretty good. And obviously the reason why he went to Carlton from Collingwood is because obviously you got the stripes of Collingwood, so he looks a little bit fat there. So if you go to Carlton, there's a little bit more trimming in the navy blue than is in the stripes, the horizontal stripes. So there was method to his madness in a way there, and obviously found himself a nice girlfriend whilst at Carlton. Because, he wouldn't have found one at Collingwood looking like that. But no, he's not a bad drinker. He's not a bad bloke. I wouldn't say we're friends, but. Yeah, it is what it is.
Can you believe the two blokes I've been fat shamed today by? The fat brown list and Heath Shaw, a man who the Herald Sun once wrote an article about calling you fat on the very back page of it, Heath. You're a mess. But I don't really want you to come on this trip anymore. I might ring up Mummy and see if he'll take me next phone call and we have a chat to him.
Mummy will definitely take the phone call, mate. If you grab a couple of red wines or some sausages, whatever, he'll be there in a heartbeat. I'm sure he'd like to get away from his missus at any point in time, so you can lock him in easily.
Hey, did I see Stevie J back at the Giants?
I wouldn't know, mate. I don't follow any AFL.
He's great. He's great.
Well, you might just have answered my next question, Heater, but you're the most recently out of the game person in this conversation. Who wins the AFL Grand Final, please? Who's playing?
You've got to give me the names of who've actually still in there. I know one thing's for sure, that the Roosters lost last night in the NRL, who were they were pretty hot favourites, and I think they're doing their silly Saturday in the pub where I am at. So there could be a code switch to me. I might be playing NRL next year rather than AFL.
Oh, you'll be no. You get tackled there, Peter.
You can't play with your nightlight, son.
Yeah, good call. Don't like tackling and don't like getting tackled, so that doesn't work.
Go and enjoy yourself, mate. Great chatting always.
No worries, boys. Thanks for having me.